You know, I was fortunate enough to hang out with your mom a lot. I smoked weed with your mom.
Yeah.
She was the sweetest lady, man. You know, I know how important she was, just like to your fans, because you had talked about her so much in your music prior to her passing. What, you know, losing your mom, I know was a life-changing event for you.
Yeah.
How did that just kind of like affect just you as obviously, you know, I know it was her birthday recently.
Yeah.
But I mean, that has to kind of like also just pour on to like how you're feeling in the studio, how you're feeling creatively. Like, what do I do now? You lost your rock, you know?
You know, you lost. That's it.
Yeah.
You lost for a long time. And grief is this non-linear process. It comes in these waves. It's not, you know, some days you think you're fine. Some days it hits you like a tidal wave. Sometimes for a reason like, you know, a holiday or birthday or, you know, a song plays or something like that. But sometimes it's for no reason at all. It just hits you. But the thing is, grief doesn't go away until you finally, you know, like
Try to make peace.
Try to heal it. Yeah. And I had written like about this in a song I worked on with Casey. It's like, they say grief doesn't go away till you finally heal it. Layers of the onion, I peel it. My eyes water, I feel it. Like, I dance with all my devils and my angels now out there will it. Like, you really got to do the work. You got to feel it. You got to lean into it. You got to cry. You got to cry it out. You got to, and then you eventually learn how to, like, when it comes, you remember the highs, the good times, you know, that you celebrate her. Like, crazy on her birthday. The other day we were on tour, and I hadn't been performing, you know, either Love You Forever or Angel, you know, 2 songs I'd done in honor of her on, you know, in the set list, because to me, those songs are so powerful. It's like, I can't let those become muscle memory.
Right.
Like, you feel me? Like, those are sacred to me.
It's got to be special when you do it.
Yeah, like, you know, I can't share that with everybody. I can't do that every night.
Right,
you know?
right.
So, but it was her birthday, so we added it in the set list. And, I mean, I cried my eyes out on stage singing the song, and it was this beautiful moment. But something crazy happened because, so when she would come to the shows, you'll remember this. When she would watch, she would always be in that pit.
Right.
But slightly to stage right. Mm-hmm. It was crazy because she'd always be there. She'd be smoking. Yeah. She'd have her backwards hat on. You feel me? You'd be like right there. Yeah. You feel me? And she'd probably walk over, pass you a joint. Like,
yeah,
but she was always there.
Yeah.
It was crazy because she would never be on this side of the stage. She'd be like, and I never really thought about that. Like, it hadn't occurred to me until on her birthday. And I just, for something, I looked down to her old spot, just not intentionally.
Right.
And it was like she was there. You feel me? Swear on everything. Like, and instead of like, you know, me just dropping to the floor and bawling, it was like, because I saw her smiling and she would just be so happy. Oh, Gerald.
For sure.
Like, with the beamingest eyes of just, you know, so proud of me. And she'd be doing her little dance.
Yep.
Hey, Kev, you want this joint? Yeah. Like, you know, like, and I felt that, and it was beautiful. And, you know, that changed a whole lot. You know, it was like a pivot of a day where I started to think of her in more like happy ways. You know, like,
that's a big step.
Yeah, you know, like, and that's, I mean, it's been like 4 years, like,
you
know, so going on. So, you know, like you remember all the, you know, the good, the positive, because she was, man, she was a gangster.
Right.
She was so cool, way cooler than me. Dressed hella good.
For sure.
Effortless. Brilliant. You know, and then it's crazy. So a few days later, we were in SAC, and Neff couldn't make it because he had a show, but Neff's mom, who was really tight with my mom, came. And Neff's son, Baby Neff, came. And I've known Baby Neff since he was about this big.
Right.
Like, Neff would
it's
bring
crazy.
him around.
10 years since Big Timing came out.
It's 10 years since Big Time, 10 years since Neff was on the road with me, going around the world in London with me.
That's crazy.
You feel me? Neff the Pharaoh, you know, wearing a Rolex in London. You feel me? Like, man. So, now Baby Neff is like a whole human.
Right.
You feel me? He's like a person now. Right. And it was so dope getting to see him, hug him, you feel me? Bring him up on stage, you know. But I asked Neff's moms if she would sit in my mom's spot, because she knew the spot,
Right?
Because she would be there with my moms.
Right.
You feel me? And you know, getting to hug her before and after the show, I felt like I was hugging my mom because she shared so much of my mom's energies, you know. And it's crazy. I mean, I'm not about to cry right now, but she gave me a gift. I forget if it was before or after the show. You know, she'd wrapped it up, and I knew it was a book, and I knew what it was, you know. So I open it, and it's Love You Forever, which is this children's book that my mom would read me, that I, you know, and that's why I named that song after that. And Neff's moms had, you know, she got me that book, and she wrote on the inside, and she said she used to read that book.
To Neff.
Yeah, you feel me? And it was just this crazy, like, whoa. So in that sense, my mom's still here, and everybody that she knew, and everything that she gave me, you know.
Yeah, man. I just knew. I remember when that happened. You know, I think for people who weren't close to you, it was just so unexpected because we're like, wait a minute, like, mom was part of the crew, man.
Oh yeah.
And it was just, I remember just being like, damn, bro, like that one hit, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, your mom was great, dude, and I can only imagine like losing your mom. That's like all of our worst. That's all of our worst nightmares is losing a parent. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Or losing a kid.
Nah,
you know.
absolutely. I mean, and my mom would always tell me this. You know, you don't compare pain or anything, but I will say, you know, because mothers are the superheroes of the world, they literally are the creators of life.
For sure.
You know, they give.
We all have a mom. Everyone comes from a mother.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a piece of you that's gone because that's how you got here. You know.
For sure.